Hey there, this is Chuck Wynn, financial advisor with Win-Win Financial out of Menomonee Falls, Wisconsin. Today I'm talking to you about the fact that Americans are completely undersaved and dreadfully unprepared for retirement. I have never, in my 15 years of doing financial planning, had a retiree come to me and say, Chuck, I've got too much money in my IRA. I've got too much money in my Roth IRA. It just doesn't happen. Oftentimes, people say they wish they had more money in their accounts, they wish they started earlier, and they wish they saved more. So this message is supposed to be loud and clear. If you're listening to this message, you can probably save more towards your retirement accounts. This presentation is going to try to inspire you on how to start small and start today. First of all, procrastination is going to cost you dearly. If I look at one investor starting at age 25 years old, if this guy starts saving at a rate of $4 per week, growing at 8%, this account will be worth $46,000 when he's 60 years old. I want to compare that one investor, the smart investor that started at 25, to the investor that started at age 40. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change the dollar amount. I'm going to make it so that the 40-year-old starts saving at 40 years old, not $4 per week, but I'm going to double it. I'm going to make him save $8 per week. Still at 8% growth, you might be surprised that this account only grows to be worth $19,000. That's less than half of what the person at age 25's account is going to be worth at age 60. So procrastination is going to cost you so much money. So I urge you, start today and start small. I'm not talking about big dollar amounts, and I'm trying to do this on a weekly basis. The biggest problem with the industry is this push versus pull mentality. We've got financial companies on the right and we've got banks on the left. There's two major ways you can get money into your retirement accounts. You can have the financial institution pull money from your bank account, or you can have your bank account push money to the financial company. The big problem with this is if you tell the financial company to pull money from your bank account, they're going to tell you they want $50 every transaction. If you're going to do $50 every transaction, and I recommend you do once per week contributions, that's $200 a month. That's too expensive, and a lot of people can't afford it. Remember my first reason, either you can't afford it, or two, it's not easy enough. That's the reason why I think a lot of people don't save, is they can't afford it. If you instruct your bank to send or push money to the financial institution, what my experience has found is that financial institutions have to accept all checks as long as they're in good order. I've sent checks, embarrassingly, on behalf of my clients because they can't afford a ton of money to save. I have literally sent checks in the mail from banks that amount for 1 penny. I just did it to test it. Of course, I've got a lot of clients that save a lot more than a penny, but I wanted to do that to prove a point. I think everybody, if you're listening to this, you have a computer or you're at the library. If you're working, you're saving towards retirement, or you're not saving towards retirement, almost everybody can afford to set aside 1 penny. If it's per day, that's great. If it's 1 penny per week, that's good. If it's 1 penny per month, I think that most people can afford to save this. It's just that it's not easy enough. I have dozens and dozens and dozens of people doing just this. We push money from bank accounts to the financial institutions, and they're super surprised as to how big those accounts will get over time. So I urge you to start early and start today. You will thank yourself when you're 60 years old and not requiring Social Security. This is Chuck Wynn, financial advisor with Win-Win Financial, talking about starting small, starting today. Go do it. Send me an email if you need help.